Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your July readings with me, Marianne, at Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I appreciate you stopping in very, very much. If you're new, I really appreciate it too, because there's a lot of beautiful tarot, astrology, psychic, mystical channels to be watching. And I'm honored that you would choose me. And so I'm going to get right to the point. We have welcome to July. Happy July. And we have a few items that I will be doing for you. I'll be doing a 6-card spread, past, present, and future, with clarification cards. Always starting with a chakra check. And the chakra is the energy centers that are within our bodies that allow us to be our full, most whole, complete, energetic, vivacious selves. And I will clarify that with a crystal that will correlate with the specific chakra. I will wear that. Excuse me. I've had a lot of issues with the throat chakra. I did have a conversation with you, Scorpios, as I always do with every sign before I do your reading. And blue, and I feel somehow, and I didn't check it out, I apologize. I feel like blue came out for you in June as well. Excuse me. But generally blue for me, and in, I think, your last month's reading in June, it was about the throat chakra. As I clear my throat, right? to open it up as much as possible. That's what I'm feeling in some respects. But more importantly, I felt it was your higher chakras, which are the third eye, crown chakra, and the all omnipotent, 8th chakra. I feel like you're getting downloads. I feel like you're getting information. And I feel like there's things that need to be spoken about in regards to that, or people are speaking to you. And there's conversations that are very, very prevalent in the month of July. I've had great readings for July. This is a general reading. Do check your, sun, moon, ascendant, and Venus. And I would even say Mercury, because yes, alas, we have Mercury going retrograde in July. And it does 3 or 4 times a year. Taking a sip of water. And we get through it all. But in addition to that, Scorpio, we have a total of 4 planets that are retrograding. And the 3 others are outside, are further away planets. I call them the outer planets. The all affecting us in some way or another, depending on your natal chart. But all of those being, quickly, because I want to get to your reading, I do astrology, numerology through my readings and, use the divinations that I can, oracle messages, and my intuition and spiritual guidance will always come through in addition to the messages, okay? And those that are coming back, I love and appreciate you very, very much for supporting my channel. Please like and subscribe so that I can continue to grow and so that YouTube will allow me to come back. Till the day I can no longer do this is my plan. So going back to what I was saying, 4 retrogrades. Quickly spoken, Saturn is going into retrograde on July 13th. It is in Aries through November 24th. I'm sorry, November 27th. Is that the 2nd? No, it's the 27th, I think. I apologize. Okay, now, that's my own printing. It's not great. Now, Neptune is also in Aries and has been since March, when it made the huge transition from Pisces of many years. For a little stay, going back into Pisces, coming back full tilt in 2026. I believe it's April. These 2 run together all the time. That starts, Neptune in retrograde starts July 4th. And it'll be through December 10th. This is an annual thing. It's not anything that's different or new, maybe a week or 2 difference in the time and dates. The Mercury will be in Leo, the Mercury retrograde. And the shadow period actually started yesterday. There's always a 2-week period between any of the retrogrades, before and after. So we start to feel little tinges and little, notable changes, which all basically are about retrospection, going inward, okay? It's not a time to push ourselves out. It's a slower period. It's a, hesitant period. It is a revisiting, renewing, reviewing, all the we's, okay? So retrograde. so that we can really fine tune and figure things out. And then as we move forward, when everything goes direct, we are fully equipped, and feeling stronger than ever to proceed. And then, so those are the 4. And I don't know. I don't think that there's been 4 every year in the exact timing. Like I said, it's usually a couple weeks off. But the retrograde in Mercury will be from the 17th of July, even though the shadow period's already started. And it will go through August 11th. So it's about a 3-week period with the shadowy aspects. Back to you, my dear, beautiful Scorpio. We're in Cancer season, which is a water sign. Beautiful Cancer season. I mean, Venus has been in Cancer. Jupiter went into Cancer. Exalted, the most benevolent, lucky, expansive, fortunate planet, right? It happens for each sign every 12 years. So it's an extended wait. We do, right? But for you as a water sign, like Cancer, it's just so incredibly harmonious. Anytime you have planets that are predominant in your own element, which is water, it just feels so much better. And it doesn't matter about the retrogrades. Yes, you'll be going through the thought processes and the remembering, and people will be coming back into your life with retrogrades, and there'll be a slowdown perhaps. But I also feel that there's a lot of fun and a lot of love and a lot of compassion and getting out, being more social. Yes, even you. I know a lot of Scorpios are social and a lot simply love being at home. But you may have people coming over to your home as well. And there's conversations. There's important information with your transformational energy, which is so much what the Scorpion archetype is. It's the 8th house. It's life and death and rebirth. And it's, you're ruled by Saturn historically. And Saturn is, like I said, in Aries, so you can relate, but it's you're ruled by Mars. I apologize. And Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. So there's a common thread there as well, because the other planets I mentioned in retrograde are in Aries. Mars makes you quite, it's the warrior planet. It gives you that warrior feel. It gives you that strength. It gives you that, that courage to just like speak your mind, say what you're thinking. Most people know what Scorpios are feeling, I'll be honest. I love that about you. And at the same time, it's a little like, oh, okay. It's real. Now, more modernly, Pluto is your ruling planet, and Pluto has been retrograde. That was the 4th retrograde, I apologize. That already took place last month in Aquarius. It'll be in Aquarius for many, many years, but it's in retrograde, and that is the biggest transformational planet, and that's what you're about. So this is changes like lifetime things, whether it's new family members, whether it's releasing family members, whether there's, new jobs, new inspirations for whatever that may be, new relationships. It's all very prevalent. And I think it's fantastic for you. So we're in Cancer season now, but at the latter part of the month, starting on July 20th, we're in Leo. So vastly different energies. Let's see what your chakra check is for the month of, the last one was the 8th chakra. So I'm going to put that there to show you, and we're going to just do a little shuffle behind the back. It's important to really know in some ways, every single chakra is important in our body, and they utilize, and when utilized properly, are so completely helpful and remarkably beautiful to have as part of our spiritual and physical being. But when they feel a little blocked and so forth, we can also be depriving ourselves or holding things back, and that's not something you want to do. That's not to say that's why this particular chakra information from Spirit will come up for you for July, but it's something to keep in mind if you're feeling that way. So for you have, well, I wasn't wrong. I mean, this is that it looks bluish to me. You know what I'm saying? And this is so crazy and wonderful. I love it when it happens in front of you, so you understand how Spirit truly works. Always there, always co-creating, and in line with my readings. So this is the 6th chakra. This is the the intellect. This is my intuition. And man, you have great intuition. And by the way, so do all water signs. So you're right in tune with that. But let me read to you what it says specifically. The sixth chakra, my intuition connects me to all-seeing, omnipresent nature of the universe. Divine intelligence flows through me. I am provided profound insights that allow me to navigate life's constant movement with simplicity and ease. And as I said, honestly, the transformations are real, aside from all the incredible once-in-a-lifetime changes in the astrological signs of the planets this year, one after the other, after the other, after the other. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, on the 4th of July, Independence Day, we have Uranus changing signs from Taurus into Gemini. And that's a 7-year plus stay. So it's not a short, what they call personal planet issue. And Uranus is all about change, boy. It's all about unexpected and out of the box, like thinking, and just, it can be phenomenal, beautiful surprises. And it can be ones that you didn't necessarily think you wanted, but in some form or another, it's always going to be for your betterment. It really is. And it even if it isn't, like I said, in line with what you were thinking, but most of the time, and I think predominantly for you, Scorpio, with this watery element that works so well with you for an entire year with Jupiter, Venus in Cancer right now, that's right in alignment with you. And Venus is, of course, about love and beauty and money and just happiness, feeling good, looking good. You got that magic kind of dust around you, right? Fantastic. And very much in line. So I love that. I'm going to correlate the correlating crystal, as I said. And that's going to be with the third eye, which is the sixth chakra, the amethyst. And guess what? It's already in there. So this is a very synchronistic reading already. And I feel really happy in many ways. So when I feel that way, which is what I'd like to feel, we all do. But even if there are days in July that you feel a little challenged or a little less than that, just know that you are being guided, and through dreams, through some sort of communication. It could be written, it could be through music. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'll set this aside for you. And I'm going to shuffle just a couple more times, but I already have, I should say, blessed the cards. And I always ask for the clear, concise messages from Spirit. For you, for myself, and all involved. So yeah, I am using the Gilded Tarot deck, one of my favorites. It's got the beautiful blue color right there in the front. And as I said, I will be clarifying each message as well. So we start with the recent past. Hopefully you can see, but I am going to hold up the cards as well. And I do want to also say that, if I didn't, I will reiterate that I'm going to be pulling at least one, possibly two, depending on what Spirit says, oracles. So stick around for that. Recent past coming into your reading for July 2025, Scorpio. The Tower. All right, now listen. I don't know what the other cards are yet, but I can tell you that there is imminent change for you. This is a change that's been coming for a while. This is a change you most likely orchestrated. You're very intuitive. I want to say, in all honesty, with also having some Scorpio planets in my chart, 3 to be exact, you know things ahead of time. You already feel them. It's really about feeling. You're just like, okay, nope, You're already on the next phase. You've been looking into a change. You're looking into a new environment because this one wasn't cutting it. And you've known this. I don't think it's a negative. I think it's a positive. I think you may come up with one of the best replacement situations. And if you notice, there's, people falling out. Well, the people falling out are heading in directions they know they need to go. They're not going to be held back or in a position anymore where there's this incredible destruction, if you will. The foundation has not been good. So this has already occurred. If not in physical ways, in thought, there's a movement in your mind that has to take place. Confirming and clarifying that, you've got the Ace of Swords. I absolutely love this. The swords represent the air element. Air is about thought. It is about communication. And I mentioned that a few times now. Very important new beginnings, new conversations, new opportunities, new clarity is so, so vastly important in this month. You know, things have been hidden. I mean, I find that when Neptune, the planet of nebulous, under God, the planet of the under God, that is very not clear cut. It's kind of a dreamy state. It's like you see things for what you believe you're seeing them in a certain way when they're really not that way at all. When it's in retrograde, that actually subsides more. You're getting more of the straight, cut away all the extra fluff, as it were, and however you want to word it. Straight to the facts, ma'am. And that's because you knew the tower was saying, this isn't working. Now I'm going to go to the thing and situation or person and place that is. And the information will come in for you. Okay? And there's the blue. No coincidence here. All right? The mind, the thought, the dreams, the prophetic answers, and so forth. Absolutely love it. Present time. The Magician. Major Arcana, as is the Tower. That's when Spirit's really wanting you to know there's stuff that you need to be aware of, and they want you to be aware of it. And the Magician is fully capable and has all the tools necessary, all the elements which are so vastly important in our lives and in our spiritual world to create and to manifest, utilizing all of them. Even though you're the cup right there in the center, utilizing all of them in some capacity in as much of a balanced way is going to create the most balanced and successful life, in my humble opinion. But I think you know this too. And this is fantastic. In the beautiful journey of the Tarot, starts with the Fool and the trust and the just, I'm gonna just surrender and let go in the God attitude. This is actual focus and knowing and orchestrating and manifesting, because you can do that, and you have done that through your whole life. So this is fantastic and beautiful. What's clarifying that in the month of July? Page of Pentacles. You're going to recognize your abilities to release the past, the struggles, the lack, and get yourself in a mode of content, stability. The element of Earth represents the pentacles or coins. There's the bird with information and wisdom, and the peacock, which is, just like, you're going to be noticed. There are definitely things working in your favor towards your wildest, beautiful dreams of stability and tangible things. May take a little longer. There's, interesting enough, right there at the base of the Magician, of course, is the Pentacles. So it's coming forth towards you. And the Page is the useful court card, which is also, though, a messenger. So maybe money that you're putting aside for a child or a new member of the family, furry or otherwise. Maybe you're deciding on that second, vacation home somewhere. And this is all real. This is all true. Anything we put our mind to and we are consistent about, which heaven knows you are, Scorpio. I mean, there's nothing that when you put your mind to it, you do not achieve. And that's something that I really recognize and appreciate so much about Scorpios, is whether it's the relationships I've seen from doing many readings throughout the years, they're steadfast, they're loyal, like almost none other. But of course, all of us has the capability of being loyal. As I trip over my words with this pre-shadow retrograde affecting our communication technology and transportation, keep that in mind. Absolutely beautiful energy. The things that are so important for our sustenance and our protection and our security. Then we have your future, and we have the Eight of Pentacles, but it didn't come easily, and it wasn't something that just was strictly from your intuition that brought it to to fruition. It is from absolute hard work and mastery. You don't do anything part way, as I said. 8 is a very, very prevalent, abundant number. So it's just going to keep growing and growing when you put your mind and your energy and your trust in what you're doing. And to clarify that, because there's a lot of essence with financial and, prosperity and resources. You have temperance. Well, this is fantastic because that 8 of Pentacles, as I said, even in July, which is notoriously known for a vacation time, you have been putting your nose to the grindstone to a point where you actually want to be more temperate. You want to do that work-life balance the best that you can. And I think you'll recognize and eagerly accept that in July because of the slowdowns and the retrograde energy. It's going to come easier than it might in other times of the year. And then August is another amazing month. We'll get to that in August, but what a gorgeous reading. Starting out with you knowing this change had to happen. And it's absolutely a beautiful, I'm going to say blessing. I love using that term. I feel super blessed in many areas of my life, as we all are. But I hope you can feel and resonate with this right away. Sometimes it takes a while. As I said, the changing of the energy from Cancer into Leo is very real and very notable, but they're both fabulous. And Leo is about power and strength and, and being seen and shining and having fun and splurging and family and all the other comes before that because it's vacation and it's the people we love and we hold near and dear to us. We want to surround ourselves and never let go of that incredible blessing in our lives. Let me finish with your oracle messages, though, as I pull a couple from the beautiful Hidden Wisdom of the Hidden Realm deck. Love this deck. The words say it all, but the illustrations are also gorgeous. So, Scorpio, the reading didn't let me down. I hope it didn't let you down because it's very, very positive for you. But let me see what other last messages that Spirit wants you to know. Well, here you go. It's just absolutely perfect. The Rainbow Prince. Compensation and perseverance. Number 26. 2 plus 6 put together is an 8. So there's a secondary 8. It's been very clear in your reading that your compensation is going to take an uptick in ways that you may be extremely surprised about, but at the same time you deserve, and it's basically you're reaping your rewards now. And will continue to. So it's a great year. It's a great month. I'll put a second one for you. And then just let you know that I, once again, appreciate your presence here greatly. And, the Keeper of the Scales. Well, as a Libra, I will just say it. It's so important to keep that balance in our life. And it says fairness and balance. And in our lifetime, we've recognized that life is not always fair. We know that. But you're determined to keep the balance and the temperance, as I mentioned. Now, this is also another major arcana. I just have to say it too, because it's just like, it's very, very important for you between the Tower and the Temperance, and just keeping the balance within and without will always help you through life in all ways, but it'll also, I think it will actually help with the manifestation aspect of things and the creative. Creative is huge right now too. But otherwise, just it's an 8, 9, 10, it's an 11, 38, 8 plus 3. So there's a 2 in here, and there's definitely room for partnerships of all kinds, for love opening up. Maybe the wealth is in your health. It doesn't always attribute to money, but it's big and it's beautiful. Just keep yourself, balanced, as it says, and love every moment, okay? I appreciate you. Please come back for your August reading. Until then, take care and bye for now.